I wanted to show my Mother's Day collection. Just my little vignette that I put together of my thrifted items that just reminded me of Mother's Day, happy memories. And if I'm not mistaken, every bit of this was thrifted. None of this is from family members. I think that I may have purchased in the 90s this teapot full price. But the rest of it is thrifted. And so let me show y'all what I've done. So I found this at a yard sale, and it's just this little hand-woven basket. And I just thought it would be really neat to put here because I like the color and the contrast, but also it makes the teapot sort of tip. So it's just really not in your face. Anyway, and so I got some flowers that, just artificial flowers just tucked in there in the teapot. I have, let's see if I can move this. So I have a cake stand holding this book, both thrifted. This is Goodwill. This is a bookstore in England. This is from Goodwill, this topiary. And I changed I'll put this in a different bottom every so often, but I wanted it, I have like a brass one that I use, but I just wanted this to sort of go away in the vignette and just give it, so it gives it height. The happy memories with this in this frame was purchased at Goodwill. It might be in one of my videos. I'm not sure. I can't remember. I have stacked it on this Forages book, this real pretty green book that I got, I think at the Goodwill bins. So I paid 50 cents for it. I may have had this, although I have collected a few of these over the years that I have found at the Goodwill bins, a little brass plate. But so I put it there. And then right there you can see that plastic stand that I put that on. That is from the Goodwill bins. This plate I found at a store, antique store. I found 3 of them in England. I'm going to look at the back of this oval and frame and see if I can still see the price on it. I think it would happen to be on the front, but I'm not sure. I have found this. I was looking to see if there was a price. It was probably written, it's been a while, but I don't know what this was and it's just like a display, but I just think that is so pretty. The mother of pearl, the shining, it's so pretty. I got this recently, paid $5. I thought it was brass at a yard sale, and it's not. Says it's something Illinois, but it was older, and I cleaned it up, and I thought it was brass, but it's pretty. Reminds me of just a mother's hand. Then this piece of crochet I got at an estate sale recently. I think that's in one of my haul videos. And these are out of my garden, so they're free. I found this frame, and it had something in it, and I took it out and just placed it, see if I could do this without, there we go. And so what I do, I'm doing this one-handed, is I have replaced these a couple of times because they just keep, the ones I keep putting in there dying. I've had this up for a while. So, just put your flowers in there, and I had this little frame, and I found this Waterford crystal vase, and I just thought that was so pretty just to sort of frame that and bring the red roses or the pink roses up down here. I had yellow in there because these pinky red ones were not, had not bloomed yet. So I love these colors together a little bit more. I struggled to use this That way I have at least 3 blue and white that are similar in their blues in this vignette, and I just couldn't place it. The basket, the little picnic basket, is a little larger than what I would have wanted to use, and had it been a little smaller, I'd probably been able to use it. But if you have any ideas, just let me know. I mean, could always do it like that or something, but that looks like I was trying too hard. So anyway, then I've got this picnic basket. I don't know if this was at Goodwill or an estate sale. I can't remember. It's really pretty inside. It was in really good condition, so I've placed it there. Let's see what else I have. So the way I placed this basket with the frames, of course, I was wanting to show off the frames, but also make it, because of the window that I have with the mirror, I wanted it to at least look like she's looking at her reflection in a mirror. That's why I overlapped those metal frames. I think I have found both of those at the Goodwill bins. If I'm not mistaken, I'd have to go back and look at my videos or my pictures. But I just thought how pretty that would be all together. And these I found at a thrift store. They're pearl little necklaces. Actually, I think I found that one at the Goodwill bins. And then there's 3 here. And I found that one, which is like Monet. And I'm not sure if any of these are real pearls. I haven't done the tooth test, but I just thought how pretty they are, and all the different colors and the little clasp. I just really reminded me of Mother's Day. This brass, I found this at Goodwill store, Goodwill bins. I bought this, I think, for like $1.50, this little brass bee at Temu, I think, for like $1.50 or something like that. This tray, it's got like all kind of little creatures, little critters and fruit. I just love it. I don't know that I'll ever use it for anything else, but I just thought it looked really pretty. And now I bought this about 25 years ago. I have the girl and the boy, and I just thought this would be really pretty for Mother's Day. These pearls were all bought secondhand. I found this, I think, in England. I can't remember if that is the one that I found in England or not. But I just put it on a little string that I found just laying around. Not trying to make it fancy or anything, but so these are the metal frames, and all I did was overlap them and lay them up there. And I have this faux greenery, and I got that, I tucked that in behind, and I put it, and let's see if I can show you, over here. And it just sort of frames the whole vignette. Let's see if I can open up the door just a little bit more to let some light in. This is by my front door. And like I said, it's really easy to put together. I put these together a lot of times, the vignettes, so I can actually sell some of the stuff that I find. Don't necessarily have it around my house all the time, but you know, if this can give you any ideas, then please steal my idea. So this is the arrangement that I have on my dining table, and I thought I would just show y'all because it is all thrifted. I don't think there's anything on here that I already had or purchased full price. So this is a casserole, I guess is what they call this dish that I got while I was in England. And I just think it's beautiful. It's got all these really great colors, and you could use it. It's the real thing. I'm not sure what the back stamp looks like or if I can even read it. Corona of England. I can't read the rest. So I bought this gardening from Martha Stewart and the Complete Book of Herbs I got at Goodwill. I think it was at the bins, the Goodwill outlet. Now, if you watched one of my videos that had these in it, the little placemats, I found 3 of them, and they were great condition, and this is how I decided to use them. This greenery has been everywhere in my house. It probably does look like it, but I love these colors, and I love the little wispy look of it, and it's made out of some kind of like a foamy plastic, but from far away, I just love the way it looks. Up close, you can sort of tell, but you can manipulate and move the wire. And so the glass, this looks like a hand-blown glass. I found this at Goodwill and a couple years ago, and I've just held on to it. I've stacked this plate that cost me €1 euro or £1, and in England, and I thought it's very pretty. It has a great shape to it in color. I stacked it on a couple of green books that I purchased in England. Also, I found these little serving mother of pearl, and I don't know if that's bamboo, some kind of wood. Found those while I was in England. I think I bought those in England. This, I went to someone who digs through old dumps in Europe, and sometimes they'll put like the information right there, but a lot of stuff that I bought from him did not have those marks. And I don't really think this goes on here. Look, I don't know, because I don't know anything about these, but it doesn't really match up. Just the circumference of it does. But anyway, I bought it like that for, I don't know, I probably paid $2 for that. I didn't pay much at all. I got this recipe box at the Goodwill bins, and I tucked a piece of the greenery in there just for this Mother's Day vignette. I found this pie server. I think I found this in England also at a thrift store. It says made in England, but I think that's where I found that also. Just some greenery that matches some of the other greenery that I have in the vignette. This is a creamer, it's a very large creamer. And we will look at the back stamp. Queen's Albertine. It's nothing old, but it is really pretty. I love that blue and how all the blue and the green and the white look together with this brown. I tried to keep it in those colors. This frame I purchased, I think I got this at Goodwill bins. It is an oval wooden frame, and what I've done is just leaned it a little bit to give a little depth. This is in order to show you, I've got to probably move this, but a Lazy Susan that I purchased. I think I got that at Goodwill. A plate my neighbor gave me with some little cookies on it for Christmas. And the cloche I purchased at a yard sale. I think this is the one. This may have been at the Goodwill store. Again, the greenery has all been thrifted. And that little plate in there has been thrifted also. It's like a soap dish. And let me show you, because it is a Spode Blue Room collection. So it's just a 2006 remake of, so I'm not sure what that would have been originally, but this is how I'm using it in my display for Mother's Day. And like I said, I like putting these together because I sell some of the things. So I'm not sure what I would want to sell in this. This is all too new to me. I just got most of this, so sort of attached to it right now. But that is how I decorate and then sell things from my vignettes. I hope these vignettes have encouraged you to reuse and recycle, go out, go thrifting, make something pretty, and feel free to copy any of these ideas. So I wanted to show you another part of my kitchen that is mostly thrifted. I'll start with the bowl. I found this bowl just recently in January at an estate sale. I don't think I got this on video. I actually found 3 bowls that are green, and I was told they're McCoy, and a green pitcher. Then I've had this since 1988, the Cook's Tour of Mississippi cookbook. This I thrifted for $8 in England. I can't believe I paid $8 for that, but anyway, it's copper. I just thought it was just unique. Found it actually in a dollhouse set of a bunch of stuff for dollhouses, little miniatures. So this is more of that greenery that I like. That's like a foam. I'll tell you a little bit about it. I had to take it off my front door display because the birds were making nest and eating this, and I didn't think that was good for them because it's like a foam. And I'll see if I can find a picture of them having a nest around that. So I brought it in and cleaned it off, and then just decided to reuse it in my home. Inside, not outside. This is a glass basket that I found at a thrift store. I don't remember what I paid, but it's glass. And this is a little drawer. I've got 2 of these, and I found this in England. I don't know what they were originally. Got my little bee. It's my little brass bee. I just love it. It doesn't really want to stay, and unless I tack it down, but looks like it's an attack of something. But found these at I think at a yard sale recently. It's just 2 of them. Got these while I was in England. They got the mother of pearl, and they're, I guess, a little fish. It's got a fish on it, but it's a little cutlery. And so what I did, in order to see this in the display through the door, I put it in this little wrought iron that you can't see, and it just elevated the height. So when you look in, that's what you see. This is a ceramic pitcher my mother made, and she made several pieces. And like a bowl, a pitcher, and a teapot back in the early 90s, 1990s. I found this at Goodwill. Very pretty little butter, whatever, I don't know what that's called, butter press. And got this at, I think this, I got this at the bins, the Goodwill outlet. Keep calling it the bins, that's what I'm used to. It's easier to say, faster. Got this at Goodwill, I believe is where I got this, and thought it was really neat. I love the colors on it, and I thought it'd be great with this vignette. I decided to tuck my glass, what's that called? Glass egg. holder back there, relish holder. Instead of take it down, I got lazy. Let's see, I elevated this little flower frog with the wooden cookie cutter. And then I found these two birds at a yard sale. I think that's where I found those. I don't know if they're in a video because I have found them just recently. Let's see. So you can see why I elevate the items in here, because this is so large. I decided to put the teapot on top of a Sunday dinner cookbook. It just reminded me, this is sort of my Mother's Day vignette again. Plus I love these things, they look great in the colors in my kitchen. Something else I purchased, I don't know if that's bone or not, but and it's like a gold, like a brass. Purchased that in England also, and this is the other side of that I purchased in England. The little teapot came from Goodwill, and of course that's a live plant in it because I've got water in it. And this is the other bowl. It's a larger bowl, and I just set it there mostly for color. Let me shut this and then I'll show you. Ooh, I'll show you. So when you're looking, that's just what you see. Let me shut that. And of course I need to stick all the little pretties back in there for my vignette. I don't know how I had that because it didn't fall. There. This is the pitcher that I found, the green water pitcher, whatever you call it, at the estate sale. And there were a lot of people there. I didn't do any video that day. I did go back though and do some at a later date. They've been having it quite a bit lately, trying to get rid of their parents' things. And but this is the bottom. I don't know who made this. I just love the color, and I purchased it the same day that I purchased the green bowls. I hope my ideas for my vignettes have inspired y'all, to look through your own things and discover items that you may have, or purchase new items with your own style. Thanks for watching.